That's it. My voice blocked.
Page 154. Page 154.
With those who understand Tonglen practice, with these words, with this prayer, taking all sentient sufferings causes back into your heart or into one's heart, or destroy the self-chasing thought, the inner enemy. Destroy the self-chasing thought. Your inner enemy, your great demon, you are a great demon within yourself. Then along with that, object, real I, which never exists. From very beginning, the real I never exists, which we believe, which appears to us, hallucination mind, which we believe 100%, not there at all. It has never been there at all. From the birth of this life, from beginningless birth, it has never been there. So that you see empty, and so that will eliminate the root of samsara, the ignorance. By recognizing it's a hallucination and it doesn't exist. Seeing emptiness, then eliminate the root of samsara, the ignorance. So the ignorance is totally wrong concept of the reality of the I. So what the misconception, while there's no real I, then believing that's the real I. So, which gives the appearance of the false I, the real I, and it's given by ignorance, hallucinated by ignorance, mental fabrication, not a publication, not publication by the ignorance. Not publication by ignorance, publication by ignorance. Creativity, projection, or illusion, or dream, or like water, or like mirage, or seeing water, appearing water, but there's no water there. So similar. So then, by the way, the ignorance, root of samsara, from where rebirth comes, from where old age comes, from where sickness comes, from where death comes, What creates death? From where death comes? What creates death? Oh, that's the root of samsara, ignorance. Mind creates death. That you have to understand. So, I was laughing something else. I was not laughing this one. No, as I was coming out, sorry, the name I don't remember. Old, dear old man. What's his name? Hey. Huh? What? The old Mickey. Can go there. Ah. Ozzy. Hope. Herb. Herb says, oh, the rain created the mud. Rain created the mud. Rain gave us some the mud. Saying, Herb saying, that's rain is, well, maybe not exactly. Rain is created by the karma. Rain is created by karma. So mud is created by the karma. So basically, karma is created by I, not exact, but the rain is created by I, and the karma is created by I. So everything comes from karma, so created by I. So one gave the rain to oneself. I mean, I didn't say that, but one gave the mud to oneself. One created the mud to oneself. One created the mud to one created the rain to oneself. So same thing, you create the cancer, you create cancer for yourself. It's like that, Like your karma created. Karma is created by you, not somebody else. Your karma. So all come from karma. So it's like you create for you. You create the cancer for you. You create the death and the rebirth for you. Create the old age for you. You create the sickness for you. You create the death for you. It looks like that. You create the samsara for you. It looks like that. Yeah. So who suffers? You suffer. So I was laughing of that. What to say? Yeah. So result true suffering. The true suffering and true cause of suffering. Why there's true suffering is because true cause of suffering. As Buddha explained Four Noble Truths, true suffering, because there's true cause of suffering. So because there's a cause, so you can cease. You can totally see the cause. You made the cause to exist. You create the cause, but also you can create to stop the cause. Because you create the cause, nobody creates the Brahma said no. You create the cause of suffering, cause of suffering by you, not by somebody else. Also you can, so therefore you can also stop the cause of suffering. So the cessation of the suffering. So what is possible to achieve that is by true path. So the true path exists. Not only words, text, words, not only that. No. There's still the meditators who are actualizing path, who are experiencing, who had numberless beings, who had experience, who actualize true path, actualize. Because of that, from that, they achieve the true cessation of suffering. So everything happened. Numberless beings happened. And still even now it's happening. even now, meditators are experiencing the true path when wisdom directly perceiving emptiness. It's happening even nowadays, meditators. And achieving the realization and cessation of the suffering, total suffering. It's happening. As you create the cause of suffering, you can stop also it's dependent arising. So you can, because it is independent, you have no choice. It's not independent, not permanent. So you can cease also the cause of suffering. So there's a cessation of the suffering. Numberless beings already achieved, even now. So why? Because there's true path, the true path, wisdom directly perceiving emptiness, ultimate reality. The I. So forth. So we have total freedom, total freedom in our hand. Total freedom to be free. Unless one do not want to be free from suffering. But of those, we have total freedom in our hand. Total freedom. If we want to be, if our wishes to be free from, totally to be free from suffering. The suffering of pain, the rebirth and old age, and this old age, and that we have to hide the old age, do not show, hide with the paint, with operation, But the old age is there, and you can't stop. You can't stop. So we have to hide the old age, and then even you are 100 years old, but you become 50 or. You are 60, 70 years old, but you make yourself 25 or 16 age. Then by putting colors, operations, and dress. Anyway, so, they suffering old age, suffering sicknesses, and suffering death. So not only to be free forever from that, not just that, but free from second suffering, the temporary samsara pleasure. Temporary samsara pleasure, which is another type of. With the ordinary beings who do not know Dharma, who haven't heard Dharma, who don't know Dharma, who doesn't have a realization of total freedom, realization of the total freedom, total great inner peace, happiness, satisfaction, greatest, and the renunciation of samsara. So, that which is totally nature of suffering. Like being the center of the fire, amidst of the fire, center of the fire, or being the prison, or the naked body living on the thorn bush, bush with thorn full of thorns, naked body living inside, all the thorns going through the body, so like that. Being in the samsara is like that. In the when you have total renunciation, it's like that. It's more than that. But of course, we ordinary beings who don't know, especially who don't know Dharma, who haven't learned Dharma, who doesn't know Dharma, then totally hallucinated, and then the suffering of second suffering of change, the temporary samsara pleasure, which only suffering of change. Then from where the two other suffering rises, suffering of pain, suffering of change, the pervasive compound suffering. The chapa duji dunga. Then the nothing wrong. That's what you need to achieve. What we ordinary people think, especially who don't know Dharma, who don't have renunciation of samsara, who don't know Dharma, then all things that these are actually to be achieved, The suffering change and from where the true suffering rises, pervasive compound suffering, all the same thing to be achieved, That's what thinking. So that's what to be achieved. But actually, that which is another suffering, totally nature of suffering. There's no pure happiness at all. So, only suffering, the hallucinant mind, ignorant mind, hallucinant mind, appears as pleasure, but it's only suffering. Through analysis, through inner scientist, through inner scientific knowledge, through inner checking, science, through inner checking, analysis, then you find it's only suffering. It's only suffering, nothing. It's only suffering change. So as I discovered already. And so, another suffering, all the samsara pleasures, another suffering stopped from great, another suffering begin from small. So it's called pleasure, mean level pleasure. Mean level pleasure, but mean level pleasure by your mind, but just now the second, then your mind may level, but you forgot. So then we have a hallucination. Pleasure, real pleasure appeared from its own side. Real pleasure from its own side. So we have this hallucination. Right after our mind made imbued there. It should appear merely imbued by the mind, but it appears total opposite, compromise of side. So that's the biggest hallucination. So then then attachment rises. On the appeared pleasure, looking at pleasure, believing at this pleasure, and the attachment rises. Then depends are also there. Depend on that, then something happens, then anger rises. Like that. So this is how we create samsara, cycle existence or cycle one. No. They are continuity of the rebirth. They are contaminated aggregates, contaminated the seed of delusion, delusion karma. The seed of delusion is contaminated and caused by karma, caused by delusion karma. So this is what's called samsara. This is what's called exactly the exact meaning of samsara. So there. So for ordinary beings, so what they always day and night, always trying to achieve, the only kind of ordinary being who don't know Dharma, and then don't know practice Dharma, so then day and night only what to achieve is the samsara pleasure, which is only suffering change, which is not a suffering. So like that. Then keeping busy to get that, to achieve that, like ants keeping busy. So going up and down, so busy running, so busy, finding food, and so finding food, the insects, to then they find, then they carry it, then they carry it back to the, if they can, they carry it back to the nest, so that, insects, so like that. So the which is reality is just trying to achieve another suffering, so like that. Nothing special. So the suffering will change. From where those two suffering came is the tapatuchi progressive compounding suffering. So as often Hisona says, this aggregates, the body mind, the basis to be labeled I, this aggregates the body mind, this there's 5 aggregates. So the aggregates of form, feeling, cognition, compounding aggregates, consciousness, and this the moment we have 5. So this is not free. Why we have so much problem? Why we have so much problem? Suffering of pain and suffering of change. So much problem there. Suffering of change, and then there's then even one eat $1,000 food, $1,000 $1,000, $10,000 food or whatever. So all the pleasures, even there's a pleasure, but there's all suffering with change. So even the palace made of diamond, palace, we are living in the palace made of diamond, not like these, because of marble stone. No, that's been places made of gold, palace made of gold, palace made of diamond, sapphire. There also, even there's pleasure, even if there's pleasure, it's all suffering and change. And nothing, not the type of suffering. However, all the rest is like that. All the power, how much power you got, and position, power, or reputation. Maybe there's pleasure, but suffering and change. So anyway, then yes, after example, then after 100, then after 100, you try to get 1,000. After you get $1,000, then you try to get 10,000. After that, then you try to get a million. 100,000. After 100,000, you try to get a million. After a million, you try to get million, billion. On 10 million and the billion, zillion, after try to get trillion, after the zillion, trillion, quadrillion. Anyway, so it's like that. Even you did get succeed, but you see that, including money and poverty, whatever it is, even you do get succeed, getting more and getting better quality, but the happiness do not increase. Happiness do not increase more and more, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. Happiness doesn't increase, doesn't go up, doesn't increase at all. But by practicing Dharma, as we achieve realizations of the path, then the happiness Dharma increases higher, go up to and then you can complete the happiness Dharma, you can develop, you can complete, only achieve full enlightenment. Then the obscuration grows is totally ceased by actualizing, remediate the path. Then you are complete total realization. You see, only achieve the full enlightenment, omniscient. Yeah, so like that. So, but that doesn't have the samsara pleasure doesn't have. The more even you did succeed, more excellent, more gain, but happiness, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, or the increasing life to life, doesn't go, doesn't have. You see, pleasure, even you dig pleasure, but degenerate. Whether it is 3 minutes, whether it is 3 minutes pleasure, whether it's 1 day pleasure, the degeneration. So like that. And how much you enjoy, how much you use, you never get satisfaction. You never get satisfaction. You never find satisfaction. So that's why so many people suicide is because that. Because they don't know meditation, dharma. They don't know dharma. They don't know dharma intellectually, and they don't know practice dharma. So the life is can't see like purpose, can't see at all purpose in the life. So then even much education, but can't see the purpose in life. Then suicidal is very close. Then with so much problem, then suicidal thought comes very easily. So like that. So much problem in the life. Because it doesn't know Dharma, and Dharma doesn't practice Dharma. Doesn't know Dharma, doesn't practice Dharma means doesn't practice transformation of the mind, transforming the mind which creates suffering in the life, transforming the mind which creates suffering in the life. That transform into a peaceful, healthy mind. Peaceful, healthy, virtuous mind brings all the happiness up to enlightenment. All the brings happiness in life, happiness future lives. And the ultimate happiness, liberation forever from oceans of samsara suffering. Then peerless happiness, the state of omniscient mind, the total elimination of the obscuration and total complete development of realization. So mind which produces all the happiness up to enlightenment. So transforming in the positive mind, happy mind, inner happy mind, virtuous mind, healthy mind. That makes the life healthy. Your life healthy. Day and night, your life healthy, happy, inner happy, real peaceful. So then we produce all the happiness. Rather, keeping the mind in suffering, keeping the mind unhealthy, negative, non-virtuous, afflicted mind, and so produce all the sufferings, oceans of samsara suffering. Suffering, pain, suffering, change, various compound suffering. So that's what that means practicing Dharma. So transform the mind. So I'm sorry, I'm not talking longer. Yeah. So what's that? So only those who know Dharma, who practice Dharma, who sees the samsara in the nature of suffering, who has a total, who has a total happy mind, inner happy mind, total freedom, inner happy mind, the total satisfaction, renounced mind. It's like who renounced touching the fire, then there's happiness, not burning. Who didn't renounce touching the fire, then always get burned. Always the body in the fire, amid the fire, and never give up. Doesn't separate the body away from the fire. So was hallucinated as pleasure of being the fire. So then always get burned. But never free from the suffering. Always get burned. So like that, another example, get burned. Another example, for example, child or something, you see, then you know how stupid is a child. Wants to be in the fire, and doesn't know it's hot and burn. They want to be in the fire, get in the fire. Want to like the flies, like the the one who jumps in the fire, lights in the candle flame. More flies. So they see the candle flame, the fire. See, they have a hallucination. Oh, they jump. Oh, even the light has a cover around. So difficult to go inside. Light cover around. But they try to get inside. Try to get so much effort, they try to get inside. Unbelievable. They try to get inside. So hard, they try to get inside. Still try to get inside. So, but they go inside. So the hot. So they try to go again. So the hallucination, the belief, the wrong belief, hallucination, the wrong belief is so strong. So if you get insight, well, something they think is something unbelievable bliss, unbelievable pleasure, unbelievable. So even though feel hot, but still try to get it's amazing. It's all true, the wrong belief. You can't see the mind. You can't see the mind, no color, no shapes, nothing. You can see the mind. You can't see them. You can see the eye. But so strong. And that's a hallucination. That's a wrong concept. So strong. Try to get inside. Try to get inside the flame. Right in the flame. But have no idea what happens in the flame. They finish. Get inside, they finish. But so much time to get all this, us, or we ordinary beings, especially doesn't know Dharma, doesn't practice Dharma, especially, then you see, even trying to practice Dharma, but but not real. It's like Zamba. It's like Zamba put on the river, on the water, on the surface. Not going inside. Very shallow Dharma practice. Very shallow Dharma practice. Only if it's easy you do, then otherwise you don't do. Goodbye. Dharma practice, goodbye. Only if it's easy you do, okay? That's not. So if you do but very shallow, very empty practice, like that. So many times he does not have to practice Dharma, so then you think you are practicing Dharma, but actually it's creating suffering, actually creating cause of samsara. Cause of samsara, particular cause of law realm. But the action is, but you see, the action is reciting prayer or reading text or some religious form of action. Because it doesn't become Dharma, pure Dharma, then become cause samsara, become cause of law realm. But it looks like practicing Dharma, but it's not. So many things in our life, if you don't know what means practicing Dharma, then it's like that. So anyway, let's see. Yeah, I've forgotten what I wanted to say to clarify. And then, forgot. Anyway, so from where the true suffering comes is the pervasive compound suffering. So the 5 agates we have, and because it has no total freedom, under the control of nyamangpa, disturbing thought, and karma, lende, action is the result. The cause and result. Karma. So completely under the control, disturbing thought, and disturbing thought, and karma is action, karma. So that's why this aggregates pervaded by suffering. Pervaded by. Why this is nature? Why this is nature of suffering? Why we do like this? If you are not skillful in the walking, which is dislocate or a little bit not skillful, then pain. When you lay down, if it's not also not skillful, then you see pain. So some people have pain whichever way sit, either laying down or suffering pain, and so the one man here, Bernard Tang, in Hong Kong, Bernard Tang. So he has extreme, he has extreme pain, only, I think only 2-3 minutes, then pain, whichever way you lay down pain, stand up pain. So he has that, I don't know the name of the disease, but so much pain. They list to my prayer. For example, whichever way you lay down or you stand up, whatever pain. So there's maybe less pain or no pain, I'm sure, but then most pain, extreme pain. So anyway, also when you eat, drink, in all the actions, whatever you do, if you're not careful, always pain, that was a problem, was a problem, was the danger of death, Not careful, you're not careful. It's so easy to have death, to cause death, Amazing. And so so being under the control of karma and delusion, because of that, then there's suffering nature. Really suffering, pain. So I say normally, pain that tells past, past. Also, life did not begin with this. The consciousness which took place in the mother's womb as a continuation of past. There was a continuation of that existing before. So this is also when you do this pain, that also expresses past life karma, past life. So that. So the past life, So they this do not cease the suffering of samsara in the past life. But actually, the remedial path didn't happen, didn't achieve that. Through the true path, then achieve the cessation of suffering. Achieving cessation of suffering in the past life, nirvana in the past life didn't happen. So it tells why praising this. Then the other thing is there's aggregates, this border mind, this aggregates nature of suffering because it's a contaminated seed of delusion. Contaminated seed of delusion. And then compounding suffering, was the consciousness. Consciousness not begin with this life is a continuation from past. And past continuation, past life continuation. The first consciousness took place in mother's womb on the fertilized egg. That one is a continuation of the consciousness in the intermediate stage. And that consciousness is a continuation from the past life. The six, so the six realms, and then Vijayava was so that. So then that past life consciousness is a continuation of the life before, so it goes on from beginningless rebirth, continuation of the continuation from the beginningless rebirth. So therefore it carries karma. The karma has left. Karma has left the imprint. Karma has left imprint in the mind. So there you see, so then it is experienced in this life, the suffering or pleasure or whatever it is, it's then experienced in this life, or like that. So compound. So the the mind compound the sufferings in this life, the mind compounds sufferings of this life, and also compound sufferings of future life. It compound future rebirth. It compound future rebirth. Future sufferings also, as well. So compounding, the pervasive compounding suffering. So so this aggregate compound this life suffering, it compounds future life suffering. So this is the fundamental suffering of samsara. So the Buddhist, it is said by Panchen Losang Chögyin, and so also Pandit Pechota, the Indian great Pandit Pechota, and the Panchen Losang Chögyin. This is the main. This is what you see. To really realize, that this perverse comparison suffering, how this total nature of suffering. And so then having renunciation to this, or then by actualizing path, then you become free from this. You see this perverse comparison. You see you're totally free from this. Then only then you become free forever from suffering of pain and suffering from the suffering of change and suffering of pain. Only then you are totally free. The suffering of pain includes suffering of birth, old age, sickness, and death. So that's such a suffering, meeting the undesirable object, free, totally free from that. And, not meeting the desirable object. Even one finds the desirable object, but can't get satisfaction. Oh, these things are, as I mentioned in the beginning of that is, then you can be totally free from this. So then if you don't become free forever, don't not liberated, not free from their pervasive compulsive suffering, then you don't become free forever from other suffering. So this is the Buddhist. The main thing to be free from is the third one. So in the Hindu, through meditation, you see, you can realize desire realm, suffering nature, and as well as form realm through samatha meditation. There are 4 levels of form contemplation. So you achieve the first one through samatha meditation. You achieve the first, second, and third, fourth. Then third, you get bored. Even the inner happiness derived through so much inner happiness derived through meditation. Even you get bored of that, you achieve the third as the fourth category, and the form contemplation. So then from that, then you think the formless is better than formless. So you get for beliefs, I think, for analysis or for beliefs, then through that you get born formless realm. So in Hindu like that. So 3 formless realm, 3 Nagataya, infinite consciousness, sky, Nagataya, Namchitaya, infinite, limitless consciousness, Jyam, nothingness. So in Hindu, even those 3, slowly you can realize the nature of suffering, except the last one, Chipa Samsara. So there's no higher realm of samsara. So it has, then that one has no remedy. So that one, in Hindu religion, so there's no way to realize that is nature of suffering. So then, after when you're there, when you are in that realm, then delusion is so subtle. So you might believe you have no delusion. You might believe that you have no delusion now. And you may believe that you have achieved nirvana. So is that. And then, in reality, not. Because you not received the renunciation of the whole entire samsara, natural suffering. You haven't achieved that. You haven't realized that. The last one left out. So in Hindu religion, that there's no meditation, there's no method to realize the nature of suffering. So when you're there, when your karma finishes in that tip of the samsara, finishes karma, then you come to see, you have to rank in the lower realm or human realm or the form realm or like that. Then there's danger. Because before believing it's even nirvana. So, now you're saying, the nirvana doesn't exist. It's a total lie. This is a total lie, doesn't exist. Now I have to rank it. So the rises heresy. Rises heresy, then that makes to be reborn, makes it to be reborn in the hell, maybe in Yavanarme, the inexhaustible hell. So like that has some sense, it happens also like that. So anyway, so having some, and the other religion having some meditation is Hindu. Even Hindu, something like that. So only by having renunciation to this, then in the path, you enter in the path to liberation. Then you achieve the liberation, the cessation of the suffering, nirvana. Only then, otherwise not. So therefore, we have total freedom. Yeah. Okay. So sorry, I didn't get. Once I opened my mouth, then it didn't have a Lama Chapa. Once I opened my mouth, I didn't have a Lama Chapa. Okay, so now I have to do the people. Some people taking refuge. So that's so the moderation already happened. The introduction. So the people taking refuge. There's some people. So refuge impressives. There might be more talks on the karma, but so to not be reborn Lord realms, by taking refuge to Buddha alone, or Dharma alone, or Sangha alone, even somebody, you see, I say that even somebody, Mongol nun, that you have devotion, you remember that when you're dying. You remember somebody, Mongol nun, who you have devotion. Only it's impossible to remember. Impossible. If you die with that thought, impossible to remember to be reborn Lord realms. It's impossible to be reborn Lord realms. You don't get reborn. Mongol nun or somebody who has a devotion, you remember that. For example, you die, but you die with thought. Reciting Guru Shakyamud's name and mantra or Heart Sutra, remembering the text or something, even like that, Heart Sutra or something like that, or doesn't get reborn Lord realms. When you die there, of course you remember mantra, tatu munemanamam, omanibemu, or whatever. Even just remember mantra, you don't get reborn Lord realms, like that, generally. So that's the reason. Normally, when the person is dying, even though there's so many meditations, power, so many different power transferring, you send consciousness in the Pure Land, transferring consciousness. Power, it's called power. So many meditations, so many things to do. But all essence is for the person who has a guru, then telling the person, shout in the ear to remember guru. Oh, that's the best. It is mentioned in the text. During the time of death, remembering Guru is the best power. Then that person will achieve enlightenment first. During the in Tibetan, I still remember. That happens. And remember, Guru is the power nanga chotuji. Chida Lama Tenjiva, and power nanga chotuji. Best power to remember Guru at the time of death. If you have Guru. That person will achieve enlightenment before. So means that person will achieve enlightenment. So then to get born in Taksin, Pure Land, then that one will achieve enlightenment before. That's the true way to achieve enlightenment. That person who is able to remember Guru and able to born in Pure Land. So as I mentioned. So what I'm saying, I just remember that, so I mentioned But to be, normally it's like this. So when you die, when you die, you have very high degree from universities, very high scientific knowledge, Western scientific knowledge, and this and that and this and that, so much education. But the day when you die, all this is nothing. For you, all this nothing. There's nothing that which saves your mind, conscience, to not get upon organs. So, and also the life that you live, no connection. No, everything has to be left. No connection, nothing can help when you die. Nothing there to help you. There's nothing that which connected to that. If you practice patience, somebody makes you are in a situation to get angry, but you practice patience to control the anger, to hurt the other person. Or that virtue will benefit the time. That will help. That you can carry next life. Enjoy the result. Beautiful. It said, you see, one of the results of patience. Of course, ultimately it's enlightenment, but, beautiful body. So not to get angry, practice patience, causes beautiful body. Your next life you're born a human being, beautiful body. So anyway, so something to carry, you see. So in Delhi, I was in Delhi when we were looking for Tushi, very first time establishing the Tushita Center in Delhi, Happiness Center in Delhi. So Dr. Nik was there. Dr. Nik was there and Sunita, Indian lady. I didn't go. I stayed at the cemetery, and the Lama and him and Sunita went to a house near the cemetery. Remember the first house, Tushita. And so I stayed 2 hours, something like that, cemetery. So there's a rich Indian man, rich Indian lady, rich Indian family lady died. Wife, I think it's wife, dead. And so many cars, many motorcycles, many cars came. All people were standing. And the lady's body was there. Then the family members, they can respect her. They're kneeling down, sort of like prostrate, to the person at the cemetery. So their father was hanging around. And didn't know what to do, doesn't know. So doesn't know. He has no idea at all. This totally new thing happened in his life, which he never normally doesn't think. So today it happened death, and to his family, and his wife, and he was. I'm his wife or his daughter. He's walking around. So he was asking, "Are you doing research?" Because I was standing, watching. So I go sometimes to the cemetery to watch. So he said, "Are you doing research?" Then I don't remember what I said. So anyway, so you see, now the life, that rich life. I mean, whatever start educational life, the parties, all this, all this life now, totally no meaning, meaningless, totally no meaning. no connection to death. Nothing, there's nothing that can help death. Person is death, when the person is dying. Nothing there. I see. Everything is left. Goodbye. So even the body that we cherish most, actually. So this is what I see. No connection. That whole that life, nothing. Totally empty, nothing, meaningless, nothing. So that's what I see. So, let me see. Yeah. So Dharma is the only thing, you see. Dharma is the only thing, your Dharma, or your good heart, especially. Dharma, Dharma practice, virtue, the thing which helps at that time. To save the mind, reincarnating in the hell, hungry birds, animal realm, and so on. Then they get higher birth, and meet Dharma again. And then to have real practice, realization, benefit more, benefit others deeper and deeper and deeper, and to go to enlightenment. So all go to Pure Land, all of that. So, what was I? So anyway, to be free from samsara, then you need to take refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. All three you need. Like doctor, medicine, like doctor, the medicine and nurse. So see, doctor who knows everything. Disease, recognize, diagnose the medicines, and then the medicine, they should to recover disease, the medicine. And then we have that, and then nurse. So to be free from oceans of samsara suffering, then you need to rely on Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, go for it. So that, I think those who are taking refuge, I think, then, if I don't get liberated, from the samsara, then that which is the only nature of suffering, then otherwise I will have to suffer endlessly. I will have to suffer in samsara endlessly, by circling around the 6 realms, one after another. Not that. Like before, like in the past, beginningless times, we have been experiencing suffering of samsara numberless times. Suffering, helping, suffering, hunger, suffering animals, suffering human beings, suffering asura, numberless times from beginningless rebirth. Like that, one will be again suffering samsara endlessly. So, that's what they see. Now here, not only to be free from samsara, but to achieve our full enlightenment. This is the omniscient mind for the sentient things. So therefore, then I go for refuge. Therefore, I have to go for refuge to the Buddha, to the founder of refuge, Buddha, and the actual refuge, Dharma. Then helper to actualize the actual refuge, Dharma, the Sangha. Then, okay, then please do 3 those who are taking refuge, please do 3 prostration to the Buddha, the actual living Buddha, think you're a person to actually living Buddha. Actually living Buddha, the triple station. The one who has finished all the, one who has finished all the mistakes, obscurations, and a completion of all the realizations. Buddha, triple station. Then triple station, the Lama who gives refuge. That is. Thank you. So those who are taking the picture. Triple session, the Lama. After you do procession to Buddha, then the Lama gives refuge, triple session. Then please kneel down. Those who can kneel down like the morning taking perception. Those who can't, just relax. Not stretch the feet, not stretch the feet, not like this, unless you are pain or unless your leg has problem. Otherwise, the kind of the children relaxing, you know. I'm not talking about that. Okay. Yeah, please repeat the prayer. Yeah. Yeah. So, somebody who is first time, I don't think it's about first time to take Dharma connection. Then you say Neten Gongsu, otherwise Ruben Gongsu. So if you are in the teachings from the course and or other teachings before in the past, Ruben Gongsu. So please, Guru, pay attention to me. Ruben Gongsu soul, please repeat. Ganye Namye Cho, please repeat. Kanye Namye Cho, Sanjala Japsu Cho. So taking refuge to Buddha, as I already explained, who do not have sung distracting obscuration, having totally ceased, abandoned, and this should be the knowledge obscuration, and totally ceased. So because that, then having total development, development realization, sang je. So it's a very meaningful word in Tibetan. So it must be something Buddha. So you rely upon Buddha 100,000 times, and then doctor who recovered disease, but only temporarily. So cause is not it doesn't involve the totally removing cause, only the disease, but that even temporary. So 100,000 times much more than Buddha. Totally. Then the Jadang Chawa. You say the Jadang Chawa. Namje Cho. Chola Japsu Chivo. Then this one secondary to Dharma, the separation, separation from the attachment. So among the delusions, there's the root of samsara, the ignorance, and then the holding true existence, and then the six root delusion, from the skin delusion, something like that. And then if you elaborate it, then from the three personal mind, elaborate it, then 250 as 84,000 delusions, that from each person's mind. Also, so in the undisordered, then there's 84,000 Dharma taught by Buddha. So the one life, even your experiences all your life, this is the attachment. Is the one main thing. Then the anger rises sometimes, but attachment all the time. Attachment all the time. So in the West, if you don't have attachment, that means can't figure it out. If you don't have attachment, then you don't have life. Kind of like that. So so then creating cause samsara all the time, like day and night. So free from attachment, as I said, the Dharma, and then go for refuge. So Buddha has absolute Buddha and the conventional Buddha, Kunjabi Sangye. The manifestations, Nimanakaya, Sambhagakaya, all those. Kunjabi Sangye, the conventional Buddha, I'm not, I don't know what it is. Conventional Buddha. So then now Dharma taking refuge in Dharma, the absolute Dharma, committing the Dharma. Wisdom realizes the emptiness, the directly perceiving emptiness, and the cessation of the sufferings. Cessation of the sufferings, obscuration. That's the absolute Dharma. And the Tripitakas, the text, Tripitakas, the commission Dharma. So, taking refuge in both. Taking refuge in them 100,000 times more than the medicine, even cures but not temporarily. That doesn't heal the cause of suffering. The Jatan Chawa Namji Cho. You have to recite. The Jatan Chawa Namji Cho Chela Jepsi Cho So Namji Sangha. So Namji Cho, the supreme one among the assemblies, so Namji Cho. Gidula, the Sangha, eternal virtue, Sangha. Jepsi Cho, go for refuge, I'm going for refuge. And then the times, 100,000 times much more. Then the nurse even cures, but only temporarily. So Sangha, they hear, and then eliminates all the cause of suffering, the root, the ignorance, and then makes to achieve the cessation of the suffering. So like that. Then the second, that's still the end one. Then I until I die. That is terrible too. Then here now, you can take refuge alone. Buddha is so compassionate to us. So Buddha gives so much choice. You can take refuge alone without precepts, without the 5 precepts. Or you can take the Ginyi Upasaka vow, only refuge. Can do that. Even can't do the precepts at all. But even can't take the precepts from the 5 precepts, then you can take from anyone you can feel easier to take. You can take that from 5 precepts. Protect, abstaining from killing, abstaining from telling lie, abstaining from stealing, abstaining from sexual contact. So the last one is the alcohol, intoxicant, alcohol, abstaining from that. So 5. Then from the 5, one can't take all the 5, one can take 4, one can't take 4, one can take 3, if one can't take 3, one can take 2, if not, then 1. But Buddha has not mentioned half, not mentioned it. Even not completely 1, but a half. That's not mentioned. So from there, anything you see. But one unable to press only refuge can do that. Okay, only Upasaka refuge bow. jamru zanji gini damba. That is to make the time to not complications to save the time. Then as the young gini damba said like that. So then individual yourself, whichever you either 5 or 4 or 1, whatever. So choose. Or can't do any person, then only refuge. 지수자에 봐도 you repeat until death. 영조 기니게 domba you repeat. 영조 기니게 domba 라와 지오. 그래서 러벤치 성도소 되는 가자 다시 다저다니 신저다 아니 그든지 잡죠 좀 예원하네 please repeat second time Laban Gonsu Sol, please mention. Laban Gonsu Sol. That first one I've forgotten to mention your name. Daming. Only you mention your name. Shejiwa. To dinner Sunday. Chizi Tsoye. Padu. 강이 남지 초 상제라 잡수치오의 책임을 보십니다. 오케이. 최남지 초다 너자단 자와 최남지 초 철라 잡수치오 책임을 보십니다. Then next one taken which sanga cho namji cho gidela tapsi chiwo da chizi cheye padu 영조 개념도 러벤지 성도서 that's third. So 러벤 성도서 there you mention your name. Daming your name. 시집에 주든에 성대 지시처에 봐도 강예 남제 초 상제라 접수주 의 생을 보다 초남다 도자당 자와 남제 초 철라 접수주 생을 보다마 초남제 초 기들라 접수주 생을 보상가 나 지지처에 봐도 나 mention your name. I'm not the one who here doesn't it? 지지처에 봐도 영자 개념도 러벤지 성도서 on the third sorry that is finished. Then this is the very first time now here. If it's the very first time to be Dharma connection, then become your Loban teacher guiding the disciple in guiding the disciple to Nirvana. Lupin. Then you say Lupin. Before Nathan, you are making first Dharma connection. Other teachings received in the past, or discourse, or that, then, yeah, Lupin. So maybe here receive the refuge and refuge vow. Receive the refuge vow. To decide, decide in your heart, 100% received. Then you say Lexo. When I stop, you say Lexo. This is the method. You are saying Lexo. Yes. Ta, Lexo. You say Lexo. Yeah. So, anybody taking precepts? If there is, put up hands. Okay. Anybody taking half precepts? Or tiny bit. Okay, yeah. So, just a few words there. So, if we kill one, one lice, or the insect, if we kill one insect, or and then the coming result. Killing one insect, whether the person, whether the animal, insect, and then the coming result, due to that karma, you will be killed 500 lifetimes. The karma is not only definite to experience the result happening from virtue, from non-virtue, result of suffering. Not only that, but karma is expandable. The one negative karma, from one killing, from one time killing, you will be, as a result, you will be killed 500 lifetimes, is mentioned. So that might be general one. It all depends on how heavily you kill the being. Also might depend on that. Then how heavy. Then so many lifetimes. For example, it is said in the Umashiv Japa, Madhyamika, 400 stanza by Shwala, by Indian great Pandits, the holy being, the Shwala. Ayadeva, Indian great Pandit Ayadeva, Shwala, who wrote 400 stanza. So they mentioned in the commentary, they mentioned, if you cheat one sentient being this life, from that one karma, the result of what happens, 1,000 lifetimes, you will be cheated by others. You will be cheated by others 1,000 lifetimes. From the karma, you cheat one sentient being. You cheat one sentient being, then the result, you will be cheated the other. Karma is expandable. So, from one karma, cheating one sentient being this life, then you will be cheated 1,000 lifetimes as a result. So in America, many times children and grown-up person kills many people. This one time, recent years happened. Then several times happened. I heard small children shooting. Shooting many people get killed in America. Particularly in America, happens. So those are result. Those people who were killed. They shot the person, the past life of the person who killed this time. So all those people who killed and died as the result of their karma in the past life. They killed that person. They didn't get purified the karma before experiencing. So they had to. So therefore, once the karma is ripened, they had to experience the karma. They had to experience. So they didn't meet Dharma. They did not meet Dharma. They didn't get practice. They didn't get purified. So the karma is there. So that's how it happened. Could be a billion, zillion, trillion, so many eons could be karma created, or karma created few lifetimes ago, or could be like that. Not having met with the Dharma, then not having met with the Dharma, didn't understand Dharma, didn't practice Dharma, didn't get purified. So that's what happened. shooting each other. Then huge surprise because the one who kills a little boy, one little boy killed many people. It happens in America. Even in America happens time to time. Then the grown-up person killing many people, suddenly, whether the person is something strange or not, they checked and they found that person is normal person, or everybody does. He, controlled. He does what normally people not humble. People live their life same, not strange. That's normal things. But suddenly, during that time, then he changed. His personality changed, and all this thing happened. So that's the first karma. So we should think how. How I'm so fortunate to have met Dharma, able to opportunity to practice, opportunity to confess past next karmas, compassion. Yeah. Yeah. So the precept, whatever you have taken, so therefore you understand the purpose-keeping precept. Oh, you understand how important it is. You understand the karma is expandable. The result you experience many lifetimes. Result either happiness or the suffering. If it's non-virtual, so like 1,000 lifetimes, one karma, unbelievable, dangerous. And then without having credit karma, you can never experience result happiness or suffering. The karma that is created never loses for millions or 10 millions or eons never get lost. Also like that. So whatever percepts you're taking, that doesn't repeat. You just keep your mind, I've taken this percepts. Okay? The presence of me and the presence of Buddha. So okay. So then please do a 3 prostration. Please do a 3 prostration. Then, yeah. Dear sir. Yeah, you can take it now. Did all the past, present, future merits collected by me, Theta merits collected by numberless sentient, numberless Buddhas. Then able to keep the morality pure. May able to complete the parameter of morality by keeping it without mistake. Keeping pure, keeping without pride. Did all the past, present, future merits collected by me, 3 times merits collected by sentient being, by Buddhas, that which are mere level by me, but by the mind, to that, but I was mere level by the mind, achieved the Guru Shakyamuni Buddha's omniscient mind, which is mere level by the mind, and lead all the sentient beings who are merely labeled by the mind into that to that Guru Settlement, with that enlightenment which is merely labeled by the mind. By myself alone, who is also merely labeled by the mind. Thank you very much. So please do 3 prostration. To the Lama who gave the refuge. 3 prostration. Okay, thank you very much. So today, Vajrasattva preparation.